Dynamic themes. We love them. We hate them. Actually, I don't know if we do hate them. Do we hate them? I think we like them, right? They're not available on the PS5 for whatever reason, and now dynamic themes aren't even available on the web store anymore, but you can still access them through the PlayStation 4 on the PlayStation 4 console. Now, this video here, we're going to be going over 10 really cool dynamic themes that you should check out if you want to spruce up your PlayStation dashboard on your PS4. They don't work on PS5, so don't do that. And they also don't work on the web store, so don't comment below telling me that you can't find them on the web store, because I know. I've been looking for like 5 hours. All right, let's have a look at the themes. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're a new viewer of the channel. I make new videos about PlayStation and stuff like this. Okay, so hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date. Now, there's a bunch of free themes and not free themes in this video. I'll let you know if they're free or not as we go through them. I wanted to keep it to dynamic though. I wanted to make sure it wasn't just a static image because those ones are kind of lame. These ones are ones that have cool sounds or things moving and different stuff happening on them, which kind of make your theme or your dashboard stand out. So when your friends come over to play FIFA, they're like, all right, where'd that come from? You know what I mean? One that gets recommended pretty much all the time on every list I've ever seen is Laser Cats. It's this dynamic theme with a cat with lasers coming out of its eyes. It's definitely something different. It's not based on a game, which kind of makes this one interesting, and it's got a cool aesthetic. It's that purpley kind of aesthetic with the clouds and the space and the cat and the lasers. It's doing a bunch of, you know, it's doing a bunch of stuff. I'm proud to admit I had this as my theme for a little while on the PlayStation 4. I'm proud to admit it. It's a cool theme. It's $3. Good theme. Good theme. Solid theme. The Firewatch theme is probably a little bit more subtle than Laser Cats, and it's based on a game. If you played Firewatch, it will probably appeal to you a little bit more. If you haven't played Firewatch, you should. It's a good game. But the theme is cool because it changes the colors or the background or it's got a day-night cycle. What am I even talking about? It's got a day-night cycle. It changes from day to night depending on whether it's day or night. And the sound changes and the soundtrack changes as well. The soundtrack in Firewatch was actually really cool, and having that in the theme is also really nice. It's $3.50, so it is kind of pricey for it. I mean, is that pricey for a theme? I don't know if it is, but it's a cool theme, and they actually put a decent amount of effort into this. I like it when developers put effort into a theme that goes with a game. It's cool. The Red Dead Redemption 2 theme is actually free, and it does change your icons slightly so that it becomes sketched and drawn, and it has that really cool Red Dead aesthetic to the background too, which is neat. It is a cool background. The theme itself doesn't really do much, it just cycles through the different characters in Dutch's gang. I mean, if you're a massive Red Dead fan, I think this is going to appeal to you because it has that soundtrack and stuff going on behind it too. I mean, I guess if you spend a ton of time with Red Dead, then that kind of makes sense. Or maybe you're playing Red Dead, it kind of makes sense to change it too. But otherwise, I think it's a little bit lame because it just has static images rotating and nothing actually moving or like happening dynamically. My favorite theme on the PlayStation Store is the PlayStation 20th Anniversary theme. This was a free theme they released for the 20th anniversary celebration. It changes the aesthetic to grey, it changes the icons to these cool colored icons, it changes the startup sound to the PlayStation 1 startup sound. Awesome nostalgia fueled noise, and it just changes all of the button presses to different noises and sounds as well. It's cool. It has this cool ambience to it. Great theme. I had this on my PlayStation console for literally years because of how neat it was. Great dynamic theme. This is a good example of a theme. I wish that PlayStation would do more of these. I really do wish, and maybe they'll come to PS5 eventually, but I do wish that this was something that they did more of as like anniversary or celebration type events. The Journey theme is also really cool. The Journey theme was like really cheap. I think it was like $1 or $2 on the PlayStation Store. You see the Journey guy's character and his scarf moving and stuff. The colors and the desert in Journey was also so iconic. Emotionally charged, I think is the right way to say it. So seeing this as a theme every time you boot up your console was a really cool thing. Journey was a PS3 game that came to PS4. If you haven't played Journey, check out Journey as well. It's a good game. It's worth checking out. The Untitled Goose game theme is another really cool one. This one is free and it's a dynamic theme too, based on the goose from Untitled Goose game. It basically collects all of the stuff the goose can collect, all the junk essentially that the goose can collect in the game, and piles it onto your dashboard with this appearance of the goose is just loading up your dashboard with junk essentially. It's really cool because of how vibrant the blue color in the background is. I also just loved Untitled Goose games, so I guess maybe it just shows my appreciation for this game as well. Tetris Effect had a pretty cool theme as well. Surprisingly not as good as I would have anticipated given the focus on music and visuals in that game. It had such a cool... Tetris Effect is essentially Tetris, but it does these cool light shows while you're playing Tetris as well. The theme kind of does a little bit of that, but it doesn't quite reach the same heights that the game does itself in terms of music and visuals. The theme is free. It's a pretty decent dynamic theme where you see like the star patterns of different characters and stuff popping up, very similar to how you do in the actual game itself. But it should have really had one of those epic soundtracks that Tetris Effect is known for rather than the ambience that it has. If you're into The Last of Us Part 2, they released a burning car theme. This one's kind of weird. I'm not really sure what this has to do exactly with The Last of Us, but it does have a car that's just burning forever in the background. It's a cool looking theme. It just doesn't really make a lot of sense. Did I miss this in The Last of Us? Maybe this is in The Last of Us and I just missed it completely. But the burning car, maybe someone can remind me in the comment section. The burning car theme looks cool. It's free as well if you're wanting that. There is another Last of Us theme with Ellie, and she's kind of like walking through a forest. This one is paid though. It's like $3 on the PlayStation Store. This one was cool because it showed her coming, like, it's like almost 3D. She's coming out of the theme and she actually sits in front of your tiles, which not a lot of themes do. There are a couple that do it, but not many of them. I think it's cool the way that they play with the 3 dimensions here. And I had this one on my console for a wee while until her head got kind of in the way. The Uncharted 4 theme was also really cool. This was like the undersea shipwreck that Drake finds in that game. It has like the water filtering, the light filtering through the water, and you can see the pirate ship with the fish and stuff going by. It's kind of like the closest you would get to a fish tank theme. Well, I think there is a fish tank theme. This one was paid for as well, so you did have to pay $2 for it, but it's a pretty cool theme. The ocean setting does look really neat in this game. I know that's 10, but I actually had fun going through the PlayStation Store looking for these themes, and I found a bunch of other stuff that's kind of cool as well. There's a really cool static theme for Cyberpunk, which is free. It's got that cool yellow background, and I think that's a pretty neat one. I didn't mind that. I think the yellow really does stand out as a theme, and it changes all your tiles and icons as well, so I think that looks pretty cool. The God of War theme, the Journey Awaits one, this one is really neat too, with the Kratos and Atreus and the boat, and this actually is where they like teased a lot of stuff for the new God of War game with ruins on the side of the boat, which actually spell out, I think it's like Valhalla or something like that. Cool theme though. It looks really sick with the two of them sitting there and then the world serpent in the background. Cool theme, cool. The Bloodborne theme I think was a little bit underwhelming in my personal opinion. I love Bloodborne, it's one of my favorite games, but the theme is just him standing there, and I guess it's a cool image of the hunter and everything, but I just wish it moved more. It did make some cool sounds. It did change the icons and stuff, but it wasn't enough. Crash Team Racing also had a ton of themes that came with it as well. Some of them were like moving ones, but I think those ones were like DLC that you had to pay for like a special edition to unlock. I think that's how I got them. There was this one free Crash theme with just Crash looking goofy on here. I was trying to find more Crash themes, but it turns out like they're all like exclusive things that you had to unlock when you bought specific editions of the game. I don't know why that is, but yeah, this is the only Crash theme I could find. But anyway, that's a bunch of cool themes on the PlayStation Store that you should go check out. Remember, you can check these out on your actual PlayStation console by just going onto the store and then going through themes and avatars. That's the only way to find them now. I was gonna leave links in the description to all of these themes, but all of the links that I could find are just dead now, so there's not really much point. I just say go and check them out on the PlayStation Store if you're after any of these specific themes, because that's the only way to get them now. It kind of sucks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know which theme you use on your PlayStation 4 console in the comment section down below, because I want to hear which theme you have. Currently, I am using the Laser Cat again, because why not? Laser Cat was good. Hey, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up if you liked. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Patreons for this month, thank you so very, very much for helping to support the channel and keep the lights on. Patrons will be seeing their names showing up here next to me right now. Thank you to every single one of you, and also YouTube channel members as well. If you want to become a member of the YouTube channel, you can hit the join button down below. Not only do you get your name featured here at the end of every video, but you will also get exclusive emotes to you in my comment section and chat as well, and a badge next to your name showing you are a legend. Likewise, if you want to join the Patreon, link in the description down below. Thank you, each and every one of you, so very much.